My name is Chris-Beth Cowie. I'm the founder of EmpoweredFX and the host of BizGrams. Each day I get the privilege of bringing an awesome entrepreneur to you to share their insights, their journeys, and hopefully inspire you to keep going on your journey. Today we have the privilege of having Debo Phillips with us here today. And Debo, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Hi, Chris-Beth. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, Debo, you are in many ways are a lifesaver to EmpoweredFX, the work that we do here. You're a community member as well. The thing that I really love about working with you and having you be part of our network here is that your insights. I know as an entrepreneur for over 10 years, working in process management and supporting entrepreneurs, you've even helped me think through some of our processes here as well. What is it that you do for companies that you work with?
Okay, thank you. That is a very broad question, but I'll try to narrow it down as much as I can. So I basically advise companies. It's mostly about advisory and advisory around operations. So you have a product, you have a service, you have something you're trying to sell, you have something you're trying to achieve. There are hundreds and thousands of steps that you need to take from when you conceive the product to when you deliver it to your end user or to your client. So what I help people do is what I help companies do is to figure out all those steps and make them as simple and as efficient as possible so that those services can be well delivered and those products can be well delivered.
We just created a job for ourselves where we're now the visionary, we are now the manager as well as the technician, the doer.
And everything.
In everything. Yes. And so really looking at it from that vantage point to say, how do I make that shift? Yes, I'm able to be a self-employed person, but really, what does a business look like? And that means team, that means structures, that means growth, right? And so that's really powerful things to consider as you're moving forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can't go it alone. I think that's another thing that, again, I just like to share my experiences and all the things I've learned. You can't do it alone. You can only do one or two things very well, and you probably will not do a lot of things very well. So it's good to find a couple of people who understand what you're trying to do and who can strengthen you in doing it. So try to discover what it is that you are good at. I am, I can say I am a salesman. So for instance, one of my partners in one of the businesses, he's a great salesman. He can sell anything at any time. He can talk you down from the edge. He can talk you up to the edge. He can make you part with your money. He's a brilliant salesman. But when it comes to the execution, he's no good at it. Putting the pieces together to get that sale, to finish the sales, he's no good at it, basically closing. So we have a yin yang where, okay, you do the sales, get them to want to buy this product or this service, then let me come in and help you figure out how we'll get the service to them every day, every hour of every day, consistently. So as an entrepreneur, you have all the ideas, you have everything that you want to do your dreams, but it's great to find one or two like-minded individuals who they understand your dream and they can plug in and they can help you in aspects where you are weak. Two heads are definitely better than one in entrepreneurship.
Yes, most definitely. And it's really great to hear that you keep giving us tips and from your learning. I'm curious, what has been one of your greatest accomplishments to date?
One of my greatest accomplishments, whoa, that's another very, you're giving me leading questions.
Every question.
So I'd say one of my greatest accomplishments was I started with this particular entrepreneur. I won't mention his name, but I started out with him when the company was literally, what they say, in the boot of his car. He had a great idea. It was in an environment that hadn't seen that idea before, and he struggled at the beginning. From the boot of his car, which is, cliche, today the company has a full headquarters, employs 30 people full-time, is looking at international expansion, and is a major player in its sector in the industry. Now, this was a very long journey. This journey took 6 years, and it was 6 years of a lot of sweat, a lot of crying, a lot of soul searching for him as an entrepreneur. But I was there as an advisor to him to bounce off ideas, to give him support, to take on some of the execution and actually get things done, to be the if I can call it, the red figure, which is the devil's advocate, and to also be the biggest backer and the biggest supporter. So I'm glad that, from a very humble beginning, that business was able to really grow and really stabilize. And it's a very proud thing for me, because when I look at where the business started from and some of the things we did and where it is today, I smile and I say success is actually possible. It's possible. It's hard work, but it's possible.
Hey, that is so powerful. And in my own journey, just thinking about all of the clients that we've helped and worked with over the years, I go back to that as, the wins, really to help us as an entrepreneur, a visionary, wanting to make a positive difference. And when you see that happen, it's like, blown out of the waters, right? So that is awesome. What are some of the challenges that you've experienced on your entrepreneurial journey to date, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. So I'd say the very first challenge, well, there are a host of challenges, but the first one was time. Coming to grips with time. And in this world we live in, where time has almost been compressed, if you don't understand the value of time, you can miss the boat from the onset. And what do I mean? You read the news every single day and you hear about companies that started 6 months ago and are doing fundraising. They have valuations of $1 billion, $2 billion, and you think, well, those guys just started 6 months ago. I've been on this journey. I don't have a valuation of $1 billion. I don't have this, I don't have that. On the other hand, you also look at building an organization and realizing that it actually takes time. Mm-hmm. And you have to come to terms with the amount of time it requires as early as possible and sort of set your mind around it, make your mind comfortable with it. So that was one of the challenges I faced, because I kept looking around, okay, now I've started a business, now I've quit my day job, and I'm in this business full time. It's all in, this business has to pay me, this business has to pay the bills, it has to keep the lights on, and it has to keep me happy. How does that happen quickly? How much time is it going to take? And realizing that time is such a powerful thing. And also, when I flip it, thinking about time as from a very personal perspective, is that your time is very valuable, very, very valuable. So if you think through your day and you think about all the things you spend your time on, sometimes you think about those things and you say, this was actually a waste of my time.